everyone. Welcome to a long overdue episode of Ask Howler Wolf. Gosh, it's been years since we've done one of these. I'm really excited to get started. So I got my buddy Doug just off to my left here, who's going to give me a couple of questions to answer that you guys submitted. Let's go.
Yes, Howler. It's been a little while since we've hung out. It's been a few months at least. It's good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm doing great.
Yeah, you eating well, getting around.
Yeah, you know it.
Getting exercise.
I'm trying, yeah.
Great. Well, I have a few questions for you about exactly that, if you don't mind.
Of course. Let's have them.
All right. So my first question is, how fast can a wolf actually run?
How fast can a wolf actually run? Well, if we really got to get somewhere, we can run between 31 and 40 miles an hour. There have been a few wolves clocked in at 45, but man, I'm not going to go that fast.
Faster than me.
It's faster than a lot of people. We will only run that fast for a brief period of time, a couple of miles or so, and then we'll probably get back to trotting.
So how far can a wolf run?
How far can a wolf run? Well, that's a really good question as well. So if we're chasing after prey, like if I've got a juicy caribou that I want to sink my teeth into, yeah, I can pursue that caribou at about 20 miles or so before I start to get tired. If we're just exploring, if we want to go for a run, we'll just go for a couple miles. Sometimes we'll explore our entire territory. That could be a long walk. Our territories can be as small as a few square miles or as big as 1,000 square miles. My goodness.
That's a pretty far distance, and it kind of answers my next question. How far can wolves travel? I guess it depends on the pace you set.
Yeah, how far can wolves travel? Well, let's see. I guess it would really depend on the circumstances. If, like I said before, if you're just exploring, well, we can cover a little ground or a lot of ground. If we're going after prey, yeah, we can go 20, 30 miles. A couple of wolves have been clocked in and doing 60 miles after some caribou. Now, if we're leaving our parents' pack, once we reach the age that we can go out on our own, find our own territory to claim, and start a pack of our own, we may go maybe 10 or 15 miles away from the original pack territory, maybe a few hundred miles, maybe a few thousand miles. So far, the world record for longest distance traveled by a wolf is 4,970 miles.
It's a long walk.
That is a very long walk. My goodness.
I've also heard, Howler, tell me if you know about this at all. I know you talk to blizzards sometimes.
Yeah.
I've heard that an Arctic wolf following caribou could walk for 500 miles at a time.
Oh, yeah. You see, folks, up in the Arctic, things don't tend to sit still. When winter sets in and all the plant life is covered by snow and ice, you gotta travel a long distance to find something to eat. So the Arctic wolf's prey, which include anything from caribou, moose, bison, musk ox, sometimes even seals, you gotta travel with those herds to get a bite to eat. So we're talking long walks over a long period of time. Hundreds of miles, 500 miles, yep, they'll do it.
Good to know. So we've talked a lot about how far a wolf will travel for food, how long they'll run, how fast they can do it. But what does a healthy diet look like for a wolf? What do you have to eat to maintain that level of fitness?
I'm glad you asked. You know, a lot of people just assume wolves are carnivores. I mean, how could they not? We've got the sharp teeth, we've got the claws, but we're actually omnivores, which means we eat both plant material and meat. So during the winter, of course, it's harder to find plant stuff to eat, so we will probably go after more meat in that time of the year. But as the plants start to grow again and fruit starts to grow, we're going to go for wild fruits, sometimes mushrooms, roots, grasses, acorns, even blueberries. Oh, good stuff.
Blueberries are still your favorite food, aren't they?
Oh, 100%.
And other than eating right, how do wolves stay fit?
Ooh, how do wolves stay fit? Yeah, well, believe it or not, there's a lot of exercises wolves do. They incorporate it into their daily routine, so it's almost as if we're not even aware that we're doing it. So, for example, if we're laying down, taking a nap, when we get up, we'll do a little stretch on the ground. We'll twist our legs one way, twist them the other way. That works out the muscles all the way from your paws to your other paws. It gets the muscles in your chest and your abdomen nice and stretched. Now we'll also play wrestle and play chase. That is a great way to stay in shape. It tests our strength and our endurance for running. It's awesome. I mean, I love doing that with my pack. It definitely keeps us all in shape.
It sounds like you do a good job of staying in shape. I love all of it.
Hey, yeah.
So that's all it for me. I think all my questions for now are answered. So until next time, Howler,
Yeah,
it's always good to see you.
Thanks for having me on the show. And if you have any questions, just ask Howler Wolf. Put them in the comments below, and they'll be featured in a future episode. Till next time, stay wild.